Long ago, in a small village nestled at the edge of a vast savanna, there lived a young woman named Naima. Known for her kindness and intelligence, Naima was beloved by all. Yet her life was filled with hardship, as her family had been struck by misfortune. Her father had passed away, leaving her and her mother to fend for themselves. Despite this, Naima carried herself with grace, always seeking ways to improve the lives of those around her. One evening, as the village gathered under the ancient baobab tree, an elder shared a tale about a mystical grove hidden deep within the savannah. The grove, it was said, was home to a well that granted a single wish to those deemed worthy. However, the journey was perilous, and many who sought it never returned. As Naima listened, her heart filled with hope. If she could find the grove, she could wish for prosperity for her family and end their struggles. The next morning, with her mother's hesitant blessing, Naima prepared for her journey. She packed only the essentials: a water gourd, a small pouch of millet, and her father's carved walking stick, which she carried for protection. Naima set out at dawn, her heart steady with determination. The sun rose high, beating down on the endless grasslands. As she walked, she met other travelers, some seeking their fortune, others merely passing through. Many warned her of the dangers ahead: treacherous terrain, bandits, and the test of the grove itself, which was said to judge the purity of one's heart. By the third day, Naima reached a vast rocky plain. There, she encountered a group of men arguing over a map. Recognizing their confusion, Naima approached and offered to help. Her keen mind quickly deciphered the symbols, and the men, grateful, offered her food and water in return. However, when they learned of her goal, their leader scoffed. "Why waste your time, girl? The grove is nothing but a myth," he said. Naima smiled politely but remained resolute. "Even myths hold truths if you believe in them." As the group parted ways, Naima entered a harsh desert. The heat was relentless, and her supplies dwindled. On the verge of collapse, she spotted a figure in the distance, a young boy, no older than 10, sitting by a dry well. His lips were parched, his eyes dull. Naima's heart ached for the child. Without hesitation, she offered him the last of her water. "Drink," she said. "I can find more." The boy hesitated, but eventually drank. As he did, his form shimmered and transformed into that of a regal figure, adorned in flowing robes. "You have passed the first test," the figure declared. "Kindness without expectation. Continue your journey, Naima, and remember, the path ahead will test your resolve." The next leg of her journey led Naima to a dense forest. Here, the air grew cool and shadows danced between the trees. At a fork in the path, she found a wooden sign with 2 arrows, one pointing left, labeled the easy path, and the other pointing right, labeled the difficult path. Naima paused, considering her options. The easy path promised comfort, but something in her heart urged her to choose the difficult one. As she stepped onto the rugged trail, she encountered thorny vines, steep climbs, and eerie whispers that seemed to taunt her. At one point, Naima stumbled upon a small crying girl trapped in the vines. Ignoring her own wounds, Naima freed the child, who thanked her and vanished into the air, leaving behind a glowing amulet. Naima took it, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. After what felt like weeks, Naima finally reached the grove. It was more beautiful than she had imagined, with golden light filtering through the trees and the air humming with energy. At the center stood the well, its waters shimmering like liquid silver. As Naima approached, a voice echoed, "State your wish." Naima hesitated, the weight of her journey pressing on her. She thought of her mother, her village, and the strangers she had helped along the way. "I wish for my people to have the strength and wisdom to create a better future," she said. The grove fell silent, and then the well's waters surged, bathing Naima in light. "Your selflessness has been rewarded," the voice said. "Return home, Naima, and see the fruits of your wish." When Naima returned to her village, she found it transformed. Crops flourished, the air buzzed with joy, and her mother welcomed her with open arms. The people, inspired by her bravery, worked together to build a thriving community. Naima's story became a legend, passed down through generations as a reminder of courage, kindness, and the power of selflessness. And so, Naima's name lived on, not just as the girl who found the sacred grove, but as the heart that inspired a village to greatness.